and gentlemen, please welcome the Portland Regional Chamber CEO, Chris Hall, to the stage.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Welcome to our 159th Annual Community Leadership Awards. I want to just see a show of hands. How many people haven't been at the State Theater before? Let me see some hands. Holy cow, look at all that. Isn't this a great venue? Absolutely. Before we begin tonight, I'd like to welcome out onto the stage my friend Jim Cohen, partner at Merrill and Dana. He's also chairman of the Portland Regional Chamber Board. He'd like to say a few words of welcome. Jim?
Thank you so much, Chris. This really is a terrific space, and it's amazing how it pulls together our art, our restaurants, our business, our higher education. So thank you all for coming here today. Please give yourselves a round of applause. So as I look around the audience, I've seen many friends here today, some new friends. And as we start this new year for the Chamber, it's already off to a wonderful start. I want to thank the terrific work that Chris Hall, as our new CEO, has done, and all of the staff. And thank you for really making this Chamber and this city a better place.
Thank you, Jim.
As many of you know, Chris took over the reins as CEO this past year. He's doing a terrific job. We said farewell to our longtime director, Godfrey Wood, who did great work for many years. We'll miss him, but we're excited about all of the new staff and the new energy. I also want to thank our board. Could I see a show of hands if you are a board member of either Propel, the Regional Chamber, or the Community Chamber, if you want to throw your hands up in the air. Thank you. The tireless work of our volunteers to set the direction for the Chamber is just nothing short of amazing. And one of the things that we're doing is we're working on a strategic plan, and we're just about done with it. We're excited about it. We're looking forward to the rollout. But this Chamber is on the move. We're going forward. Portland's growing. We're going to bring more business here to Portland. We're going to grow jobs. We're going to make this economy better. We're on the move. The Chamber wants to be the preeminent networking organization, the preeminent organization for advocacy. And we're going to do those things. But I'm going to stop talking now. I want to thank all of you for coming. You're the ones who make all of this happen. And I'm going to throw it back to Mr. Hall. Have a great time tonight. Enjoy the food. Enjoy the drink.
Thank you. Thank you, Jim. Portland Chamber's on the move. You realize we're going to have to pay a fee now to Angus King. Sorry about that. Listen, I want to pick up on what Jim was talking about. I want to share with you three things that illustrate the change that we're engaged in. The first one is this: we have 1,300 members today, and that's almost 100 new members from when we started at the beginning of the year. I have to tell you, I want to thank Marcia Hart and Caitlin Morse, who are our staff, who are working on bringing in the new members. We're also working harder to keep our existing members, and the energy is just terrific. I was been telling people all evening how all the new companies that are joining are very reflective of the economy that we have emerging in the city. It's just an exciting time to be working in the Chamber. I want to talk a little bit about our communication strategies. I know that we send you a lot of emails, and I promise you we'll keep sending you some emails. But as you can see behind me, we have opened up all of the social media channels to make sure that our communications with you are current and, frankly, coming in the formats that you want. As a matter of fact, we have over 200 new users on LinkedIn. We have 200 new members on our Facebook page. And we've just launched a video newsletter. We got great reviews on that, and we look to make it even better in the future. So we are doing all we can to make sure that we're connecting with you in every way that makes sense. Our communications have really grown. Finally, I want to pick up on what Jim said. Our regional board has been through a great exercise. They're actually going to finish their work tomorrow on this. And I hope it's not premature to let you know that we are going to change our name from the Portland Regional Chamber to the Portland Regional Chamber of Commerce. You know, thank you for that. You know, commerce is an old word, but it's a really cool thing because that's what makes us prosperous, and that's what we want. We want a more prosperous region, and we're going to do that through networks like the one that you're enjoying tonight. So thank you for that. I'm going to introduce to you our lead sponsor, who is going to share a couple of words with us. John Leonard is the president and CEO of MEMIC, and John has been a tremendous partner with us for many years. I have always enjoyed working with him. John is actually going to be speaking on November 6th at Eggs and Issues, and MEMIC has a great story to tell. It starts with a bad story, the workers' comp shutdown, but I'm not going to steal John's thunder. I want you to come hear him tell the story about where that company has gone from its humble beginnings here in Maine. So I'm going to welcome to the stage now Mr. John Leonard, who's going to say a few words of introduction. John, come on out.
Absolutely. Thank you. Well, good evening, everyone. What a great affair. We've been a lead sponsor now, Chris, for 18 years. And I'll tell you, Chris, I'm a young guy, and I'll make this pledge to you. Another 18 years is forthcoming. Good enough? All right.
Thank you. You're listening more? That's good.
So I walked in this beautiful hall tonight, and Chris, not to take a thing away from you, but the first person I bumped into was Marcia Clark, the newly crowned vice president of the Chamber of Commerce. And Marcia said to me, I'd like you to say a few words tonight. And I said, oh my God, a few words? What am I going to say? She says, say something really nice about Marcia Clark. So, Marcia, there you go. Here's 15 seconds of fame right there. You're welcome, Marcia. So, no, it's really it's a great function, and I think, Chris, this whole setting is a real testimony to the quick start you've had as our new leader and the creativity that you brought to the Chamber. We're really looking forward to a strong finish here in 2013 and a tremendous year in 2014. You mentioned commerce when you're talking about the Chamber of Commerce. You know, if it was any other town but Portland, and I was riding around trying to get through all its flaggers saying stop or slow or turn right instead of left, I'd be aggravated, but not here. For every flagger that's out there, that's a job. For every flagger that's out there, that's representative of another project that's making Portland one fantastic city. So it's with a smile that we weave our way through all of the construction and all of the promise of the future that we see before us. So it's really a pleasure to be your lead sponsor, and like I say, you have my pledge, Chris, for another 18 years. There you go, partner. Have at it. Take care.
John. Thank you so
Thank you.
much. Thank you. You know, we wouldn't be here tonight if it wasn't for the generosity of people like John Leonard. And very honestly, all of our other corporate sponsors. I want to take just a moment to thank them, and I'm going to go through the list. I'd like you to hold your applause until I'm done. But while I'm doing this, I want you to think just a little bit about what these companies contribute, not just to jobs, but also with their charitable giving and their presence in the community. And then when I'm done, we'll give them a round of applause all together. Our lead sponsor tonight, as we've already said, is MEMIC. 18 years. Mike Bork and I were trying to figure out just exactly how long that was. It's just remarkable. We are so grateful. Our Benoit Award sponsor is Fairpoint Communications. Mike Reed, who's the state president of Fairpoint, is here, and he'll be making an award presentation. The Masterton Award is with Clark Insurance. Clark is sponsoring that, and Ken Ross, who's the president of Clark Insurance, is also here with us tonight to help make an award. And the Allen Award sponsor tonight is the University of Southern Maine, and President Theo Calico will join me on stage. We're particularly pleased to have USM as a partner because a strong USM is a strong Portland region. Our communities, that's right, you guys can clap for that, that's okay, go right ahead. It's absolutely true. Our community sponsor is Provoke. Now, many of you may know Steve Campbell from his days at Hannaford's. Steve has rejoined the Portland business community right down on the waterfront on Commercial Street. And if you're looking for new corporate strategies, I really encourage you to give him a call. He's a great, innovative thinker, and I think that you can only profit from that conversation. Our program sponsor is Unitil, obviously a very important part of the infrastructure here delivering natural gas. We thank them for their sponsorship. They're the program sponsor. I don't know if you had a chance to look at the program. It's really great. I mean, we've put a lot of work into it. There are stories in there about all of our partners, and I hope you'll take a look at it and maybe take it home. If you need contact information for any of the restaurateurs or the musicians or the State Theater, it's all in the program guide. It's like a little book of business cards. So grab one if you don't have it and take it home with you. Our arts patrons are the companies that help support all of the art that is here tonight to make the evening special. They are Acadia Insurance, Oxford Networks, Time Warner Cable Business Class, Beryl Dana, and the Bangor Daily News. Thank you. It's very nice. And our benefactor sponsors are Harvard Pilgrim Healthcare, United Insurance, Eaton Peabody, Woodard and Curran, Gorham Savings Bank, Mercy Health Systems of Maine, People's United Bank, Advanced Pierre Foods, St. Joseph's College of Maine, Power Pay, Purdy Power and Company, Holiday Inn by the Bay, Nimlock, Maine, Harmon and Barton's Flowers, and Headlight Audio Visual. Can we give them a great round of applause for their support? Thank you. It's really true. You think about what these companies contribute to the economy and the region. It's more than just the jobs and the payroll. It really makes nights like tonight possible and all the other charitable giving that they do. Now, I'd like to move on to our awards. Some of you who are veterans of our event are used to a different format. We have changed it up tonight, not just the venue, but we're also going to use video to help present the awards, and I hope you enjoy that format. Each of our recipients tonight is receiving a custom design award by artist Seth Gould. Seth is a Mecca alumni, and there are 6 of them on the table behind me. They are small, but they are very heavy, and they are unique. Once these 6 are given away, there won't be any more. We really enjoyed the opportunity to give a unique piece of art as part of the recognition that we're doing tonight. So without further ado, I am going to move to the first award. We're going to begin with the Henry A. Benoit Award. It's given to a private sector leader who has shown great community leadership and vision. And it recognizes all the contributions that that company, or companies in this case, have made. When our community was facing the loss of the 4th of July fireworks, the private sector stepped forward. And these 4 companies, Quirk Chevrolet, the Portland Press-Herald, Maine Sunday Telegram, WEX, and the Maine Red Claws, made a community and a regional celebration possible. Let's take a look at the video and find out why we're honoring them tonight.
Hello, I'm Mike Reed, Maine State President for Fairpoint Communications. Because of the founding partners of the Stars and Stripes Spectacular, the Portland region is home to the best 4th of July celebration in northern New England. On behalf of Fairpoint and its employees, congratulations and thank you to WEX, Quirk Chevrolet, the Portland Press-Herald, and the Maine Red Claws for your support of this wonderful event.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Benoit Award sponsor, presenter, Mike Reed from Fairpoint. I couldn't read my own handwriting. And the winners of the Stars and Stripes Spectacular Award, the Benoit Award, the Stars and Stripes Spectacular companies: Jack Quirk of Quirk Chevrolet, Lisa DeSisto of the Portland Press Herald, Maine Sunday Telegram, Frank Douglas of Wex, and Bill Ryan Jr. of the Maine Red Claws. Mike and I will help give out the awards. Ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. There's the first floor here. Gentlemen. Thank you, Jack. How are you? Lisa, thank you so much. That's great. Listen, we have stuff for you guys. That's good. Somebody want to say something, you certainly may. If you don't want to say anything, we don't have to report. Go ahead, Lisa. Say something. Absolutely.
Hi, everyone. I'm Lisa DeSisto from the Portland Press Herald, and I just wanted to thank the Chamber for this recognition of the work that we do to support Stars and Stripes Spectacular. I'm pleased to be here with our fellow founders of the event from Wex, Quirk Chevrolet, and also the Maine Red Claws. But I would be remiss if I did not mention two individuals who really are were this year for me, the heart and soul of putting that event together, and that was Tim Reardon from Quirk Chevrolet and John Jennings. If you remember, that day was oppressively hot, and I showed up freshly showered in my red, white, and blue to be greeted by the two of them completely drenched in sweat. So when they say people put their blood, sweat, and tears into an event, those two did. I also want to thank Olivia Tansley, who was our event planner extraordinaire, who pulled that event off flawlessly and actually didn't sweat, unlike the other two. So I wanted to acknowledge them and also my other fellow recipients. So thank you, and thank you to the Chamber.
Nice job. Hi, Jack Quirk from Quirk Chevrolet. And by the way, if you're interested in buying an automobile, I'll be there tomorrow morning first thing. Just wanted to say a couple of things. First of all, Joe Gray, our previous city manager, with his help and the excellent staff and the people from the city of Portland who has really helped us put this on. Every year they're out there getting the job done and getting things done behind the scenes. I just want to give a great applause to the people that work for the city of Portland. Thank you. Also want to mention some of our gold and silver sponsors because, believe it or not, this takes money to do. Our budget's over $100,000, and it takes a lot of money. And I just want to thank Bangor Savings Bank, Cross Insurance, Unum, Cumulus Radio, Famous Dave's, who puts on that excellent buffet, Seacoast RVs, and Woodard and Kern. Thank you very much.
Thank you, and thanks to the Chamber very much for this award. We've had such a great reception since we started the Maine Red Claws 5 years ago, and participating with the business community, fellow members of the business community, and putting events on like this is really gratifying for us and a way for us to give back to the support that we've received. So thank you to the Chamber, and thank you to all the fellow sponsors and to Fairpoint for sponsoring this award. Thank you.
Good evening, I'm Frank Douglas. I'm with Wex Inc. And once you've got your car at Quirk Chevrolet and you want to put some gas into it, then you come see us. There you go. All right. Wanted to let you know what an honor this is for Ride Express to be able to receive this award tonight. We started with our card being accepted at one gas station in Portland, Maine. And now we're accepted at 4 continents throughout the world. We went from a handful of employees to 1,400 employees. And I have to say, it is a privilege to be located in this city with these businesses, and it's a privilege to be able to support this cause. Thank you.
Very good. You know, that's what tonight's about, right? That is our community. I tell you, that is just marvelous. We're going to move on to our second award of the evening. It's the Robert R. Masterton Award. It recognizes a private sector business contributing to regional economic growth. And tonight, we've picked a company to honor that represents the best of what Maine is and the best of what it's becoming. Fluid Imaging Technologies is our winner. And they begin with natural resources, they add high tech, and they go global. Let's listen to Ken Ross from Clark Insurance introduce their award.
The growth of the Maine economy has long been centered on the value-added manufacture and worldwide shipment of our natural resources. Today, the added value comes through sophisticated technologies from companies like our customer, Fluid Imaging Technology. When they ship their FlowCam devices to their customers around the globe, they also send our can-do message from Maine. Congratulations to Kent Peterson, the CEO, and everyone else at Fluid Imaging Technologies on this well-deserved honor.
This is a very exciting time for Fluid Imaging Technologies. Fluid Imaging Technologies develops and manufactures instrumentation for analysis of microscopic particles in a fluid stream. The FlowCam can be used in many different applications. And in one step, we can count the particles, measure the particles, take pictures of the particles, and then analyze them for identification and further analysis. And we see the FlowCam as providing about a 1,000-fold increase in productivity. We now have exceeded 40 employees. We've hired approximately 20 in the past year alone. We believe that dynamic imaging analysis is something that will be in laboratories all over the globe. We're proud to be a pioneer in this technology. So we see being based in Maine as being the epicenter of our global marketplace.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ken Ross, the president of Clark Insurance, is going to join me in presenting tonight's award to Fluid Imaging Technologies and CEO Kent Peterson. Kent.
Good evening. I want to thank Ken Ross and Clark Insurance for sponsoring this award, and of course Chris Hall and the balance of the board of directors for the Greater Portland Chamber of Commerce for this award. We're humbled and honored. This is a well-recognized and time-honored award, and we're humbled to receive it. But I do want to accept it on behalf of the employees of Fluid Imaging Technologies, some of whom are in the audience tonight. Without their constant, continual efforts, day in and day out, Fluid Imaging would not be where it is today. As this is an economic development award, I'd be remiss if I didn't give credit to an institution that really doesn't get all the credit it should for helping entrepreneurs and small businesses, and that's the state of Maine. And in particular, I'd like to recognize the Maine Technology Institute, and I believe Fluid Imaging Technologies was one of the first, if not the first company in Maine to receive a development award back in the year 2000. And subsequent to that award, we've received seed grants for product development, market research, and most recently, a $500,000 development award for the next generation of FlowCam. In addition, I'd like to thank the Department of Economic and Community Development, who named Fluid Imaging as a Pine Tree Development Zone, thus helping us in many ways, as well as institutions like Finance Authority of Maine. About 7 years ago, when we were looking to raise an equity round of financing, they offered the Seed Capital Tax Credit Program, without which we may not be here today. And lastly, I'd also like to recognize the University of Southern Maine and the UMaine system, because they really have supplied some talent to the company. They've provided summer interns and internships to provide market research to guide this company. And I thank them for their continued effort and look forward to the next batch of graduates from those institutions. And lastly, I'd like to leave a thought about the fact that some people may consider Maine at the terminus of the United States or on the fringe of the economic opportunities in the country, but As you saw in the video, we operate in 40 countries around the world now. So I submit to you all that fluid imaging really is at the geographic epicenter of our world market, and hopefully other entrepreneurs and small business owners will feel the same way. Thank you very much.
It's the face of the new economy, ladies and gentlemen, and I think it's a good one. Our final award tonight is the Neil W. Allen Award. It's given to a public official who has demonstrated extraordinary community leadership. And tonight, that award goes to Portland's Mayor Michael Brennan. USM President Theo Calico has got a little video presentation for us to explain why we're honoring Mayor Brennan. We're going to listen to that.
Michael Brennan would have been a worthy recipient of the Neil Allen Award even before becoming Portland's first popularly elected mayor since 1923. I'm proud to say he's a graduate of USM's Muskie School of Public Service. And now, as mayor, he founded Portland Connect Ed, a far-reaching collaboration to ensure that every Portland citizen has a pathway to higher education. It's my pleasure, on behalf of the Portland Regional Chamber and USM, to present Mayor Michael Brennan with the 2013 Neil W. Allen Award for Leadership in the Public Sector.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage USM President Theo Calico and Mayor Michael Brennan.
Well, thank you. That was great. That was almost hip.
It was almost hip. We're getting there. We're trying. We're working on it.
So thank you very much. And I'm delighted to be here tonight. And first, I want to recognize Greg Mitchell. Is he here somewhere? Where's Greg? Anyway, Greg's our Economic Development Director, and he does a terrific job for the City of Portland. And I'm also very pleased tonight that my wife is here and my son. And typically they don't go out in public with me very often. So it's a tribute to the Chamber, and thank you for being here tonight and being in public. As many of you know, I'm a licensed clinical social worker. And I struggle to understand the business community and economic development through the prism of a social worker. It's not a natural thing for me to be thinking about business community and economic development. But I just want to share two thoughts that are important to me. And in 1955, Ivan Borzamenyi, who is a Hungarian psychiatrist, came to the United States and he settled in Philadelphia. And he became one of the leading voices in this country and around the world for family therapy and family systems. And what he believed is that every person innately wanted to be able to give to their community and to receive from their community. That it wasn't an acquired trait, it was something that everybody innately had as part of their DNA. And last Saturday, I went down to 4th Street and then to Wharf Street to visit those businesses that have been affected by the fire that we had last week. And I went in to the East End cupcake store and I asked them how they were doing. And they said, "We're doing really well. We have been able to fill every order that we've had in spite of the fire." And I said, "Well, how have you been able to do that?" And they said the Harbor Hotel opened their kitchen and opened their bakery to us so that we could continue to do our work and to continue to serve our customers. So we had another business in Portland that opened their facility to one that was hurting in order for them to continue to do their work. And I thought that spoke volumes about Portland. It spoke volumes about the business community, and it spoke volumes about the community that I want to live in. I also, last week, got an email from Mark Swan, who runs Preble Street Resource Center. And he told in the email the story of Mary Allen Lindeman from Coffee by Design. And Preble Street Resource Center next week has to close their soup kitchen for 4 days because of renovation. And Mark said that they were going through the whole process and they thought they had everything all set up. And then they realized they didn't have any coffee for the meals that they were going to serve for 4 days. Mary Allen stepped up and organized all the coffee shops in Portland and all the brewers in Portland. They donated over 88 pounds of coffee and 3,200 cups of coffee to Preble Street for next week in order to continue to serve people. That's the kind of community that I want to live in. That's the kind of community that we have in Portland. And as a social worker, that's what I understand about how people look out for other people, people give and receive. And I am truly happy to be here tonight with a business community that we have in Portland that understands that process of giving and receiving. And thank you very much.
How are we doing on time? Okay? We're all done. Guys said you wanted a shorter meeting, so we went with video and we have a shorter meeting. I want to say thank you to a few people before we leave. I believe she's probably over by the soundboard, and she doesn't know I'm going to say this, but we wouldn't have the event tonight without Nancy Trottier's work. You know, we never did this before. We've never been in this building. We've never had this format. You have no idea the 10 million details that go into making tonight a success. Nancy mastered every single one. I am enormously grateful for her work and how she led our staff to pull together as a team and make this happen. So Nancy, thank you so much. I want to thank some of our other partners as well. I want to thank Mecca, who brought us this fantastic art, who, as you heard, helped design our awards. Thank you. We're very serious at the Chamber about making our network, your network, in the arts community, and we're looking forward to announcing a program in the physical space at our chamber offices to help support artists as small business people. And we're going to make a continuing financial contribution to that. So thank you, Mecca. Thank you, Jessica Tomlinson, Don Tusky, and all the folks on that team. It's been great working with you. We're going to keep doing it. I've got to thank the State Theater, and this has been a wonderful venue. We'll collect your feedback. I'm sure there's something we can do better, but I got to tell you, I am absolutely delighted, and the team here at the State Theater, again, made things really easy, made it all flow. I hope you'll all consider using the State Theater as a venue when you're thinking about business events, because I'm sure they'll welcome your business, and hey, that's what it's about, commerce. So thank you, State Theater. To all our chefs, to our musicians, to Harmons and Bartons, particularly to P3 Production for those wonderful video tributes. I want to thank all of you for the contributions that you've made, because it all makes tonight special, and we value you very much. And again, I want to remind you, in our program, you have contact information, so if you want to hire Rod Schreiber, for instance, you'll know where to find him, and I hope you'll think about doing that. Finally, to close, we never miss the opportunity to thank our special community partners. They are 3 corporations that make a foundational investment in our organization. We couldn't be successful without their continuing support. Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, Northeast Delta Dental, and the Portland Press Herald, Maine Sunday Telegram. Thank you all, and thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you all for contributing to this event. I hope you all finish up the food, have another drink, drive safely, and come back and join us next year. Thank you very much.